Hey y'all, I'm back. It's your favorite Midwest mom. Now, we've had a lot of fun this weekend. My girls and I went out and we did karaoke and we did dinner and we did all kinds of fun and totally extra stuff. And during that entire weekend, my daughter was, Mom, when am I going to get to be on YouTube? Mom, when am I going to get to have my makeup done? Mom, you look so pretty. Can you show me how you do that? Ooh, Mom, what is this for? All about the makeup. She's 10. By the way, everybody, this is my oldest daughter, Destiny. She is 10 years old. She will be 11 next month. And she has been totally fascinated with the makeup world for as long as I can remember. When she was 3 or 4, she was always wanting me to do her makeup. Mommy, can we put that on my eyes? Ooh, look, Mommy, glitter. She has been my little girly girl from day one. So now that she's getting old enough to really genuinely be interested in makeup, I thought it would be a good idea for me to show her how to use some of the basic products to make sure she doesn't end up streaky, she doesn't end up with majorly wrong concealer or terrible foundation. I know I'm not the greatest, but any little bit helps. And I also thought it was about time to show her the correct eyeshadows to use for her age. Now, I'm all for color and fun. I did my eyes in a bright, pretty blue shimmer with a little bit of drama with some black in there. But when she's going to take her butt to school in the morning, she needs to stick to a more neutral palette or risk looking like a clown. I love her, and I want her to look her best. So, here we go. I just got a whole bunch of stuff in from Elf over the last few weeks. And one of the things that I got was actually, look at that, a palette. I can stop putting crap on the back of my hand. Obviously, I used it for my makeup. We're pretty much the same shade. She's a little darker than me, but not by a full shade. So I was going to leave that on here and blend it with this one. Now, Bridget from Porcelain Cosmetics did a review of Elf products, and she ran into the problem that at her drugstore they didn't have her shade. They had the shade Alabaster, which just so happens to be the perfect shade for my daughter. I actually got this one online because you can't find them this light in my drugstore. And online they also have the shade lighter than this. I want to say it was Light Porcelain was the name of the shade. That's my shade. But we're going to go ahead and get started with this one. This is Alabaster. I'm just going to put one pump on here. And she got kind of a tiny face, so one pump should be good. I'm also going to bring out my beauty blender. She's just going to have to share for tonight. We got the same cooties. It's all good. All right, so baby, lean in this way. All right, now we're going to do a few strategic dots on the face just to make blending a little bit easier. And then we're going to go in and we're going to start bouncing our little beauty blender everywhere to make all that blend in, even out the skin tone a little bit. She likes the sun, so she does tend to get a little bit pink.
A little, I almost turned orange.
When she burns, she does. She literally turns like orange. It's kind of funny looking. We're going to bring a little bit over here on her earlobe just to kind of blend it in a little bit. We're going to bring her head up, do a little bit along the chin line and the jawline just to bring it down in a little bit. Like I said, this is pretty close to the perfect shade for her right now. Summer hasn't started yet. This child gets a tan like no other in the summer. Y'all get to see it. I'll put her on here. Promise.
Oh, no.
All right. We're just going to keep going. For such a little face, she takes a lot of product. Close your mouth. That's one way to shut her up. All right. Once we've got all of that blended in, baby, look at the camera right here. See it? There's no streaks. There's no lines. We don't rub. We always bounce. It gives you a better finish. It pushes it down all on the pores and everything. Makes them go away, even though at her age, that is not a concern she has. She's lucky like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some powder here and we're going to set her. This is not a translucent powder because she is pretty dark. So I'm good with whatever I pretty well choose to put on her face. Look up. I'm going to put that under there because we are nearing the end of the school year, and she has to get up like an hour before she has to leave for school. Open your eyes, look up.
Sometimes two.
And she does take a bus, and the bus gets here
At like
roughly an hour before she has to be at school. So she does have some pretty early mornings. So despite her age, she does have a little bit of bags. Not too bad considering, but you know, what we would all give to look like that again, right? So we're just gonna buff this powder in like we don't like our skin. All right, keep your eyes shut for me. I'm not going to let that sit on there too long just because, like I said, she doesn't have too many flaws under her eyes and things like that. That just mats down her finish a little bit. I am not all about a dewy finish. Y'all can crucify me if you feel the need to, but I am not a dewy finish kind of girl. I prefer a matte finish. I think that it just looks a little more natural. You don't look as shiny and oily if you have a matte finish versus a dewy finish. All right, so I didn't use this as a primer on her, but I am going to use it to help set the foundation and the powder. Close your eyes. Breathe out slow through your nose.
so cold.
I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Now, this is the e.l.f. setting spray. It's the Illuminating Primer Mist. It also acts as a setting spray, and it just gives a little bit of shimmer to the skin. Nothing major, but you do get a little bit of a shine. Enough to look natural, not enough to look illuminated. Next, we're going to contour. Now, she's my baby, and I love her, but she got some round little cheeks. She hasn't grown out all her baby fat yet, and I am quite okay with that. I'm not ready for her to grow up any faster than she has to, but for the sake of this, she wants cheekbones. So, suck your cheeks in for me, baby. All right, we're just going to lightly give her some cheekbones. Turn your head. Now, I just told her to do that because that was the trick that I was taught whenever I was younger. You don't really have to do that. I was watching, ironically enough, I was showing my girls what drag queens were because we were talking about RuPaul's Drag Con. It has been all over the internet, all over my Twitter, all over my Instagram because it's getting ready to start. And they were unsure what it was. We live out in the middle of nowhere. So I was showing them what drag queens were, and I showed them some of the makeup tutorials from some of RuPaul's contestants in the past on Drag Race. And they actually had a pretty good tip that your natural cheekbone comes from this little piece of your ear right here down to your nostril. Well, now as adults, our ears all are up a little higher. And if we want high drama, we can go up above that. But it was kind of a neat little trick for anybody that doesn't know where they should start to put their cheekbones. I am going to chisel her jaw a little bit too because, like I said, baby fat. But it's all good. I love her anyway. Going to give her a little bit of contour around her hairline. Because she's got this really pretty gold color hair. And it actually almost looks like her skin tone when she gets out in the sun. Excuse me. I've never seen anything quite like it. She's the only person in my family that has it.
I'm unique.
Now, this little contour palette here, it's a contour and a blush. And this was my free gift from one of my orders with e.l.f. This blush is a little red for her. So, my most recent free gift was an actual blush palette. Now, she's my baby, and I want her to still look like a baby. So, we're going to go in with this really super light pink up here. If you actually swatch it, there's like, it's a baby pink. It's just barely there.
It's your baby.
But it's really pretty. And I'm going to start up here on the top of her cheekbone where that contour is. Just give it a little bit of color. Smile for me. And we're just going to barely touch the apples of her cheeks with it and just kind of blend it. It helps give a little bit of natural definition to these cheekbones of hers. I think I got enough on that one. There we go. A little bit on the balls of the cheeks. There we go. And now, we're going to go back in with my same powder brush, and we're going to kind of soften some of these lines. So we're going to buff like we don't like her. We do, though. We really do. I appreciate the fact that she's sitting here for this because she's really, really shy. She was really proud of her. She sang karaoke for the first time last night. She's all over my Facebook. We're going to contour her nose just a little bit right here because her nose is really tiny. Now, that most people with a tiny nose wouldn't want it contoured any, but she doesn't have how mine is kind of a high nose. Hers isn't like that. Hers is a little more flat, but it's really cute. So we just gave it a little bit of drama. Not much. She's young. She doesn't need a whole lot of drama. Now, next I am going to go in with my concealer. The powder did a good job concealing her under eyes, but I want to give a little bit of a highlight to her nose and a little bit on her brow and her chin. So I'm going to use my concealer to start that. And this is actually an Almay concealer. The color is Light 100. It is the lightest concealer that I could find at my CVS. Now, I am doing the little arrow trick that I see all the pretty beauty gurus out there doing. It is there, I promise, baby.
I can kind of see.
There we go. You found the camera. Look at that. We're just going to buff that in. It just gives a little bit of lightness to those areas to help draw the attention back to the center of the face. All right, you want to look at the camera for me? Get in there really good. See it? All blended. All right. The next thing I'm going to do on Miss Destiny here is her highlight. Now, I do have a Jeffree Star highlighter, and I'm in love with it. But I'm in love with it. I'm not sharing. So one of my other free gifts that I got from e.l.f. with this order was actually their baked highlighter, and I did scratch that top layer off because I have heard everybody say that you have to do that, and it is true. Without it on there, you get a little bit of shimmer, but it's just not as good.
It doesn't make you go boom.
Like she said, she knows she's all about that highlight. She sees it. She knows. Mom wants to be seen from space. When the light hits me, I want to be seen from space. So we're just going to lightly dust the bridge of her nose here. I'm going to blend that in. It got a little powdery there for a second. A little here. A little bit on the chin. And I'm going to go in right on top of her blush, and we're going to highlight it. Turn your head for me. Oh, too far. Right there.
Looks like you were wearing body glitter on your chest.
Nope, that is actually that body spray, or that face setting spray.
Wow.
All right, let's turn your head this way.
It's pretty.
Yeah, that's on your face. All right, we're going to do the C around her eyes, and like I said, I highlighted a little bit through the center of her face. Turn your head again, baby. You turned too fast. Mommy wasn't done yet. All right, and now I want you just to barely purse your lips together. There you relax your mouth. Now put it back together. There we go. I'm going to just lightly dust her Cupid's bow. She's got a little bitty mouth. I don't know where she gets it from because everyone tells me I got a bitty mouth. All right, so now we got all of our highlight done. That can sit. I like to do that step before I do my eyes because then I can always go back in and add more if I don't think I'm shiny enough.
You said the other day if you keep adding on more highlight, you're going to be seen from space.
She remembers. All right, close your eyes, baby. Another layer.
That's so cold.
Yeah. Enjoy it. It's 80 degrees here, by the way. The Midwest has finally decided that it is no longer winter. We are not in the 1,000th day of winter. We're going to go to summer. We don't need spring.
I want summer back. I want winter back.
So it is now like 80-something degrees here. But for my baby, we're now going to do neutrals. That is a very good starting point. It's kind of hard to screw up neutrals when you're learning. So I think that's probably the best place to start for her. And this is my e.l.f. palette. Now, guys.
That is amazing.
Look at all these shadows. And they're not small. I mean.
They're actually pretty decently big. What are you looking for?
Oh, here you go. This is a knockoff Kylie lipstick. Sorry, Kylie. I had to try them first to see if I like the colors. All right, so look at the size. I mean, that's as big around as a Kylie lipstick. So any of you guys that actually have those, that is a pretty decent sized pan. Look at all these shadows. I paid $10 for this, guys, online. $10 online.
I think it's like 30 something.
So for our very first shade for our base color, we're going to use this kind of a yellowish cream right here. It kind of looks white on the screen, but it is a yellow cream. It's got a little taupe next to it. I use the taupe on mine. But we're going to use the yellow on her because she's got a lot of pink in her skin. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and prime her eyelids and see if this helps. All right. Elf primer sheer. Awesome. Head up so I can see your lids, baby. All right.
So
We're going to rub it on there, and we're just going to dab it a little bit to spread it over and get rid of any streakiness that might be there.
my eyelids feel heavy.
Yep, they're gonna, baby. It's a product. All right. Finish blending that in. All right. So now we got primer on our lid. Now we'll go in with our shade here. And we're just going to do this one all over the lid. Now she has tiny eyes, tiny mouth. She got tiny everything. I'm not sure where she gets it from because I got a big ass mouth. All right. We're going to put that down as our base color.
Well, maybe I'm just still growing.
Maybe, because they said I look just like her at that age. So they say she's my mini me. Maybe she's just not there yet. Okay, so we're going to start like that. Now, I'm going to show her kind of an everyday school look. So we're going to go in. I got a bunch of shimmer shades in here, but we're going to go ahead and go in with this color right here in between these two shimmers. It's kind of a purplish gray nude. It's kind of a strange color, but it should give a little bit of dimension.
Actually looks pretty.
It's a really decent nude. Now there is not a lot of fallout from these pans. Thank you. And we're just going to put this in our crease. When you're finding your crease, by the way, baby, take your brush, like there's your outer corner. You're feeling for your brow bone. See it's right here?
Yeah.
Right in here is your crease. Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're finding your crease, that's what you do. Once you get used to it, you'll be able to actually see it most of the time.
I can kind of feel you like going in between, like on and off the crease. It feels so weird.
Yep, I'm trying to make your eyes actually look a little bit bigger. Because you got kind of small eyes. It's okay.
I'm still growing.
You gotta tip up toward the light. I know my light's not the greatest in here. There you go. Look at that. Figuring it out. All right. So once we put that in there, now it does give a little bit of definition. I do want to go in with this darker brown right here, just to give a little bit more drama there. And I know I'm sticking with the same brush because we're still pretty well in the same family of nudes. So, toward the light, dear. Thank you. And I'm just going to bring this in toward this outer corner a little bit. We're not going to take this all the way across the eye.
Mama's snoring.
Now, the reason I chose this palette was because she has a little generic knockoff Walmart palette that she got for Christmas that has a lot of these similar shades. So this will give her a good idea of how to do her makeup for school in the morning if she likes this look. All right, so I'm going to actually switch to another brush because this one has a slightly finer point. It is still a blending brush. It is actually my Luxie brush that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. I'm in love with this brush. Now, I can't use this side because I used it on my blue and it stained my bristles and I'm afraid it might transfer. But we are going to use this side. And I'm going to actually do a shimmer shade on her lid. I don't think she has any shimmers.
I only have that gray shimmer, but it's a little too dark.
But I like these. They're a bronze color in this one. And I think for her, I'm going to go with this kind of copper toned one right here.
It's pretty.
I'll bring it in. It's kind of a reddish copper. And we're going to go ahead and do this on her lid toward the outer corner.
I can hear strawberry shortcake in the background.
Yeah, well, that doesn't translate to the video until you talk about it. Now everyone's going to be listening for it. My youngest is in the living room watching Netflix, and I'm guessing it's strawberry shortcake. I didn't set the video. So we're going to do that shimmer toward the outer edge of this lid. Look at the camera for me, baby. As you can see, we got the camera over here, honey, not the viewfinder. Let your eye go before you smudge the makeup. You can see we just got a little bit more definition in her eyes, and that's all we're really going for. She's already naturally very, very pretty, so we don't have to do a lot to her, unlike the rest of us. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz my brush to get it damp, because some of these colors actually really do come in a little bit better if you can pack them on with a damp brush. And I'm going to go with this really pretty gold right here. And I'm going to put this right toward the inside edge of her eye. Thank you. Gold. And with the damp brush, it actually is turning out really nice. And it gives just a little bit of shimmer and shine to an otherwise kind of dull look. And I realize she's a preteen, she's in junior high. She wants to look fabulous. I'm also going to put the shade in the inner corner just for a little bit of drama to the inside edge of the eye.
It's drama. Everybody needs drama.
Everybody needs drama in their makeup, not their lives. All right, so once we do that, go ahead and look at the camera, baby doll. I think we need a light. I don't have one, I don't think. Unfortunately, yeah, go get your little flashlight so we can kind of shine it at you so they can see what's going on. Hurry, 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 hurry. We're going to pause this for a second while she goes and looks for her light. Okay, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. We couldn't find the flashlight, so we got my little tap light off my desk. And here we go. Close your eyes. If you look at her face, you can see the shine. Down some, dear. No. There you go. You can see the shine of the highlight. You can see some of the glitter in the corner. This is a blue light, so it's not overly flattering. But, all right, we're going to finish off her eyes now and her brows. Now, I'm not going to do anything heavy with her brows because they are very natural. They haven't been plucked or anything yet. But they look a little bit light on her face now that she has foundation on. So we're going to get back in here, and I'm going to take... Back your head up a little bit. I'm going to take the same color here that I used on her crease to give it a little bit of drama. And I'm just going to coat this little bitty brush with it. Head back just a little bit, not that far. And I'm just going to put it in her brows. It won't take much, but it'll give some light to them. It'll give some dimension to them. It'll make them come back to life now that they have been completely foundation coated.
Is that what you do with yours whenever you come?
No.
You don't really coat yours in foundation.
I used my eyeliner pencil, but you are afraid of eyeliner.
Yeah.
So she is genuinely afraid of eyeliner. She's afraid she's going to stab herself, which is okay. I'm all right with that. I would rather her err on the side of caution as she's learning. But like I told her, the day she's not afraid, I'll show her. For now, I'll show her how to do makeup without eyeliner. So go ahead and look at the camera. As you can see, we just darkened them up just a little bit. Nothing overly dramatic. Just gives her eyes some shape.
It brings them back to life.
And then I'm going to take the same copper color that I used on the outer portion of her lids. Since we don't have any eyeliner on. All right, I want you to look. Open your eyes. No, look at me. Open your eyes. Look that way with just your eyes and up. And drag it along the outside edge here. I know, it feels weird.
I'm trying on the blanket.
You're doing fine. Whoa. Now you're going to look the other direction. Now, she does have mascara. I'm not going to share my mascara with her, and I'm not going to make her put any on. We're just doing this for fun tonight, so she's probably getting ready to go wash all this off when we're done. But it was kind of fun. So she would go put on her own mascara. Like I said, not using mine. You'd hit her again with some setting spray. Close your eyes.
That's really cold.
It's refreshing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to tip our head up and Mommy's going to do your lips. Now the color I've chosen, again, like I said, is a knockoff Kylie Cosmetics. The color is Angel. So if anybody has the actual color and can tell me if this is even anywhere close, I'd appreciate it. I got it off a top hat or in a pack. I paid $13 for it. I couldn't complain. It says it's Kylie Cosmetics. The packaging kind of tells me otherwise. So this is a pinky color, and this might actually be a little bright for her. But this is a pinky peach, and I thought it'd be fun for a pop of color since the rest of her face is so natural. Hold still. She got such tiny lips. All right, and open your mouth for me just a little bit. A little more. There you go. Gotta get the inner corner.
Ooh.
And normally on her mouth, I would do a lip liner, but I don't have a lip liner in this color because normally I wear it, and my lips are very full. I really don't require a lip liner. Like I said, this is just kind of a fun look for her, and it was something she could replicate. As long as she asked me permission to be able to use some of my makeup, she'd be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Go ahead and look at the camera. There's our finished product. Tip your head back just a little bit. There you go. I know it's kind of uncomfortable, but that'll give us a little bit of a look here. As we can see, same beautiful little girl, just a little bit more dimension, a little bit more color, and some shine to go with it. She's a little bit of a camera ham now that she's comfortable. But I hope that helps anybody that's trying to teach their little ones how to do makeup.
One of the drag queens put on the highlighter to make it go like sparkly.
Yes, there was one drag queen we watched. They put highlighter on their middle of their lips before they put on their gloss. I don't use glosses, so matte finish lipsticks don't require it. Now, as far as my look goes, again, I'm wearing Jeffree Star's Peach Goddess, and this is Nathan. I do have the liquid lip coming in the shade Thick as Thieves. I'm really excited to get that one.
You're really excited to get your lip scrub.
Oh, yeah. I ordered pancakes and syrup like 5 minutes after the site opened today. Super excited to get that. I got to try it. But that is all from us for now. If you liked this video, found it interesting, found it helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please share them. Any thoughts? Share them. Any ideas? Share them. I love to hear from everybody. And we're going to wrap it up for tonight and call it an evening so we can both get the little one back to bed. And since she's asleep on the couch in there watching Strawberry Shortcake, and get ourselves ready to go. And I'm hoping to hear from my hubby soon. So you guys have a blessed evening and have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to talking to you later. Bye.